Greetings and welcome to another Sunday edition of One Love Center for Spiritual Living Sunday Celebration Conversation. I am Reverend Rodney Giddens, and so glad to have you here, whether you're watching live or the recording. So, peace and blessings upon you, and again, welcome. We're going to start with our opening song, our very own One Love song. And this is the product of living in a world of our own creation. And it's coming up in just a moment.
Oh, yeah. There's a place where love grows, where the spirit in you knows that you're welcome as you are, shining bright like every star. Come and learn, come and play in the sacred light of day. We're unfolding, growing free in the One Love family. One love, one life, one spirit divine, one heart, one life, your journey and mine, where compassion flows and grace abounds. One love, where love grows, love is found. One love, where love grows all around. Yeah. One love, one life, one life, one life, one spirit divine, one heart, one light, one life, one life, your journey and mine, where compassion flows and grace abounds. One love, where love grows, love is found. One love, where love grows all around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to the sacred space where we honor every face, the splendor of the God in you, shining through in all you do. Learning, growing, hand in hand, together we will understand. Prosperous, giving, heart set free. One love is our destiny. One love, one light, one spirit divine, one heart, one light, your journey and mine, where compassion flows and grace abounds. One love, where love grows, love is found. One love, where love grows all around. Welcome home to one love. To one love. Welcome home to one love. Where love grows, yeah. To one love.
One love abounds. Yes, don't we? Yes, we do. Because yes, we are love. That is our name. That's who we are. I don't mean just this spiritual center. I mean everyone. We are all love, the love of the divine. So let us continue the welcome. And we all welcome you. It's our mission to provide a stable and welcoming community for all who choose to learn, practice, grow, and play in the unfolding of their understanding of spiritual principles and spiritual living. Also, our community has been lovingly created as a place of fellowship, meditation, prayer, sacred and healing service, musical celebration classes, workshops, and spiritual film. One Love Center practices compassion in service and love in action, and joy is prosperous giving in a community. And so we welcome each and everyone. We welcome we welcome all those who are live, all those who are watching the recording. We recognize the splendor of the infinite divine spirit that is you. And please know that we support you in being the best that you choose to be in this glorious life. And we thank you for celebrating spirit with us today Welcome to a place where love grows. Welcome to One Love Center for Spiritual Living. And indeed, love does grow. And I think that is a very important part. Uh, Also, there's a vision. We have a vision as the world as a sacred environment where spiritual living flourishes through the continual growth and development of learning and application of spiritual principles. So, yeah, that's to support our mission. That's how we see the world. That's how we see each and every one as part of this sacred environment. And that sacred environment is within. That is the truth of who we are, our sacredness. And wherever we are, it's our world, the world that we are creating. So I'd like to invite each and every one of this opening prayer, this, like I like to call it, an evocation. And just give you a moment. So, right here, right now, on this divine journey of life that each one of us has already said yes, because we are here. So I am knowing that each one of us is already prepared for a greater recognition of the one, that there's only one. I know that's because I know I am of the one, and therefore, since all of us beings on the planet are made from the one creator, therefore, we are one as well. And yes, that one power, one presence, one life that we simply call God, the God of our understanding, all powerful, all knowing, everywhere present, is present in the here and the right now. How wonderful it is to know that that power and presence never leaves us in all of the ways in which we create our individualized world. So I am knowing that everything is transpiring for the greater good. This service, this celebration itself, I know that technology is working with ease and grace. I know that the right and perfect words and music have been selected, and all those who choose to join in and in the comments are free to do so, and knowing that everything that happens uplifts each other and one another in wonderful, powerful, glorious ways. Spiritual education. That's what it's about. Allowing ourselves to go even more deeply within ourselves, looking from the inside out at how our spirit is and how it lives and works in the world in which it has been co created with the wonderful divine energies of the divine. And so I bless this time together. I bless everything and everyone that has anything to do with this divine happening. So I allow it to be the good that it unfolds to be. This word spoken into the law of divine right action, that gives of itself wholeheartedly, 100% from the infinite divine intelligence itself. And so therefore, I speak this word knowing that it is already manifesting, already flowing, already showing as it is supposed to do because it's the law. And so I let it go. This prayer, I let it go. I'm not holding on to these words because I know it's already doing what they're supposed to do. All right. And with that, I am grateful in the release. I'm grateful in that which is to come. And therefore, I affirm it by saying, Amen. And so it is, and now it is. Yes, peace and blessings, beloveds. All right. So, as you can see, we are taking requests for prayer, spiritual mind treatment. So we get to remind you that spirit is the power in your life, of your life, that is most likely working full steam ahead. And if there's anything going on in your life that doesn't seem to be what you want it to be, contact us. Again, You can make a prayer request by email, oneLove@onelovecenter.org, or you can call us 646-685-3344. And you can also call Centers for Spiritual Living World Ministry of Prayer. And that's one prayer at csl.org, or you can call them at 424-235-4326. And whoever you contact, please know that your prayer requests are kept in the strictest of confidence. Also, let me remind you that, or my request is that if your prayer has been answered, maybe sooner than you think, let us know. Send us the good news. If it has not been answered, then let us know. And we will continue to pray and do our treatment for a period of 7 days from the time of your request. So my request is that let us know when your prayer has been answered. All right. And if you feel it hasn't been answered, just keep letting us know, and we will continue to know the truth about that situation. All right. And if you need more in-depth time, we are practitioners, and we offer more in-depth time at a fee. No one is turned away. So don't let anything like that get in the way of you getting what will work for you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So I am so glad to be here and have you all. It's a solo run today, and talking about traveling in the world of my creation. And I'm not talking about just me, I'm talking about us. This is what we do. We create a world of our own creation. Where does that start? Those of you who already living in new thought and spiritual awareness and spiritual practice, spiritual education, you know that there is a creator that not only has created you, you are endowed with many of the same power and energy of the creator. Doesn't mean that we get to create planets and solar systems and universes and anything of that nature. And we don't necessarily create ourselves in this limited form. However, we do get to co-create, endowed with the abilities of the creator. And the main ability is the thought, the creative thought. I would love to say I could take credit for all these wonderful thoughts that come through my mind. It quite honestly was not my thought to create One Love Center for Spiritual Living as a co-creation, the act of which came through, not just to me, however, but came through others as well. However, it is a world of my creation, our creation, because we got to birth it forward. We got to be the channels for the birth of everything that shows up in our world. Our independent expression of our world. I don't create your world. You create your world. You co-create your world. I co-create my world. And my world is what I see from the inside out. My world doesn't begin on the outside and then I take a look at it. That's right. So let's think about your dreams, your visions. Maybe you're doing visioning, life visioning process. So wonderfully created by and co-created by Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, and supported by so many, including myself and Ray Jordan, who does a wonderful job of visioning as well. Hopefully we'll hear more about that in a little while. What I'm saying is it starts in the mind, and I'm not talking about the brain. I'm talking about the mind. That which is innocuous, like the clouds. It's the thought energy that we are tapping into that is available to everyone, the mind of God, the mind of the Creator. And each one of us gets to be open vessels to receive these divine messages. Yes, is that Does that make sense? And so that's what we're doing. We are creating a world based on these divine messages, that which we surrender to, maybe some easier than others. I know that I'm not always necessarily open to doing things that come through that divine passageway. A lot of times, what I call thinking is not really thinking. They're not really those divine thoughts. A lot of times, it's rehashing and remembering and trying to recreate something that's already done. And I think I'm being creative, but it's not really a new thought. And we are really in new thought, which means being open to the divine. And again, what inner world am I creating? Because remember, it's from the inside out. And and how does it shape my life? So we're going to take a look at those divine impulses, practice, unity without uniformity. Meaning, no, I'm not trying to be like anybody else or be like somebody else or try to recreate something and act like it's new. No, I'm working on my inner climate, okay, my environment on the inside, peace, love, joy. All of these are part of my world, and they're a part of yours as well. However, how are we allowing these divine impulses to flourish, to have their way? Okay. Um, there's a saying. I'm going to read it from um, This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes. It says, we are all sort of part of some universal order. The very urge for personal gratification is incomplete until it finds a universal outlet. Guess what? That's you. It also says you belong to the universe in which you live. You are the one with the creative genius back of the vast array of ceaseless motion, this original flow of life. We didn't just come out of nowhere. Okay, we come from the creative urge itself. Because, remember, folks, there's only one of you, individualized expression of the one. And you are as much a part of the universe as is the sun and the planets and the other stars. So there is something in you telling you this, like an echo, echoing from some mountaintop of inward vision, like a light whose origin no human has seen. Because again, you are individualized expression, divine and individualized. There is nothing that was created that looks exactly like you, even if you have a twin or you're part of triplets or quadruplets or whatever. There is a distinct difference somewhere, somehow. And remember, we're not deceived by our vision. Okay. We are the impulse of the divine welling up like an invisible force that takes shape, that takes form. Okay, your mind is an outlet through which the creative intelligence of the universe seeks fulfillment, and that is from this thing called you. You are already and always have been a spiritual being. That's not, this is from a reading. However, I want to say that we don't get spirituality. I'm going to go get spiritual. We get religion, but we don't get spiritual. We are spiritual. It goes on to say, when the mind understands this and embodies its essence, that which you are in the invisible will become more apparent in the visible. That's again, this thing called you, page 7. And so, yeah, we are the divine impulse. We are most certainly sacred. We treat the desire not like from the ego desire, that noise, life's urge to belonging and to contribute through us. That's the splendor of it all. It's like, let me count the ways. I always had this imagination that this vision that, yeah, if God was a human and spoke like us, and felt and thought like us in some respect when we're on a higher plane, but if God would say, what if, which I love, what if God said, how do I love me? Let me count the ways, and just continue to create all the different ways it could express itself in all of life, not just in our human form, because we're not it. We're not all of it and only it. And to me, it, as you always see whenever I write it, most of the time, capital I, capital T, means infinite truth. And what is the infinite truth? The truth that is the same yesterday, today, and forever is that God is all there is. That's all. That's it. Now, God is, yeah, all there is and ever changing of itself in that it makes more of itself, never less. And so our inner work is to recognize our worthiness as co-creative beings of the creator. All right. We don't argue with that. We don't doubt it. We don't disclaim it. We own up to it. And we don't argue with our worthiness. Notice, make it a practice to notice those old narratives about race and gender and role, and where I come from, all of that stuff to keep us small makes us shrink, even in our own eyes, even in our own mind. Replace that with the inner sentence, that inner phrase, I am meant to be here fully. Just that's it. Not talking about what anybody says about how you look or how you talk or your religion or whatever. It doesn't matter. I belong here fully. Now, of course, you're not going to wait for somebody to say something and then you repeat that. No, this is for yourself, your own inner work. When you hear yourself say something limiting, I can't do that because Black folk don't do that, or only Black folk do that, or it's not my religion, or I can't do that, I can't have that. Any can't. Like, release that and come back to yourself with, I belong here fully. And here, right where I am, God is. Right where I am, I'm supposed to be. And if it doesn't feel like a place you want to be, guess what? You have the power to change that. So, yeah, I am meant to be here fully. That's a step that we get to take. So, let us take a look at some quotes. And let's make that a little bigger, shall we? It says, what if we fully and completely accepted our desires and dreams as divine? What inner world am I creating, and how does it shape my life? And so, with this question, we want to ask ourselves every day, and think about it. This week, we reclaim the desire as divine impulse, practice unity without uniformity, and curate a kinder inner climate. This is the what if we're working for this week and every day this week. So we are completely accepting our desires and dreams as divine. These are life supporting, okay, life affirming, and it starts from the inside out, our inner world of peace, of love, of joy, of compassion, of friendship, of forgiveness, and see how it shapes our lives, as I mentioned earlier. I have a dear friend. He sponsored me through many turbulent times in my life and helped me to grow spiritually and be more aware. He would not say, how are you today? He would ask me, hey, Rodney, how are you living? How are you living today? And so that means I couldn't just say, oh, I'm good, right? Doesn't work. I would have to stop just for a moment. And how am I living today? Well, I'm living in peace and harmony. I'm living in uncovering more of who I am in a powerful way. I had to come up with, and I had to go in and come up with appropriate and true responses to, and I don't even need to wait for anyone to ask me, how am I living today? I ask myself, how am I living today? What a great way to start today and to revisit at any time throughout your day. So each and every moment is an opportunity to reclaim your desire as that divine impulse. It's in like in life visioning process. And if you haven't done it, contact us and we'll get you a greater understanding of what visioning is all about. I don't mean visualization. I'm talking about visioning, which is going within and hearing the voice of the divine. And the first question that is asked is, what is God's highest vision for my life? That divine impulse is what I'm talking about. And practice asking that every day. Just to as a check-in, and you can have a more detailed practice of visioning. And again, I'll mention that a little bit later. So let's get into our quotes. When we use our creative imagination and strong faith, it will create for us out of one substance whatever we have formed in thought. In this way, we become a co-creator with God. Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind, page 157. That's the main textbook that is used in this spiritual teaching, this education, spiritual education, the science of mind and spirit. So, yeah, take just a moment. Think about your creative imagination in strong faith. It will create for us. Do you have any doubt about that? You can certainly put something perhaps in the comments, or you can send us an email, or you can maybe later on put it in a comment of this. But whatever we have formed in thought, in strong faith, meaning just not every thought manifests, thank God. I mean, if I think, oh, the world's going to end in 10 minutes, either I better hurry up with this talk, or wait, well, actually, no, that's not going to happen. Even if I had a strong faith, my world may come to an end, but not the whole of existence on this planet or anywhere else. No. And how could I have strong faith in that? No. I am a co-creator with God when my strong faith is in alignment with truth, in alignment what is good and holy and spiritually uplifting. So we have a reflection question. What vision am I consciously holding in my thoughts today that I am ready to co-create with the divine? So you ask yourself those questions. What am I consciously holding in my thoughts today? If you're not, then perhaps now is a good time to start. Keep it simple. What would I like to experience? Co-create. That means we get to take responsibility. We get to take accountability for our thoughts and what shows up in our world. And what vision? When it says what vision, it doesn't have to be detailed, long, drawn out plan of action. It's just a glimpse. It's a vision that says, I'm looking to experience more peace in my life. I'm looking to experience more money in my life in harmonious ways. I'm looking for greater health, greater wealth. I'm looking to meet new friends where we can support each other. That kind of a vision. And we're not saying how it's going to happen. It doesn't say go to a church, go to a bar, go to a roller skating rink. I mean, that is part of living the vision, living the actual um, uh, thought that comes, and we are guided to act at that time. I mean, when you make that declaration, something will happen. Somebody will send you an email with, hey, there's a job opening, or someone will send, hey, there's a great activity going on over here. Maybe you'd like to attend. Something of that. Maybe it says, go to the store, and on your way to the store, you see something going on. Maybe you see a poster, or you see somebody that says, hey, by the way, there's a great activity going on. Maybe you'd like to join me. Things of that nature happen when you consciously hold that thought, see that vision. Doesn't have to be a complete vision, but it's the feeling that you really want to get in touch with. It's the feeling. That feeling is energy moving in your body. Okay. Now, I got to admit, if you're just sitting at home and it might be wishful thinking, maybe it's not a vision, maybe it's not anything you hold on to, it's very unlikely that something positive is going to happen. Okay. Now, you might get a great idea from a TV show, all right, that you just happen to flip to the station and, oh, wow. Or maybe you purposely did. Okay. But that is being consciously aware of using our thought power to co-create the life that we desire, that comes from that divine urge. There's a divine surge that is moving through us at all times. All right. So let's keep that in mind. And we're also talking about creating what we desire. Okay. There is positive faith, right? And then there's faith in the negative. And some people will say, oh, I can't stand it. I can't believe it. It always happens that way. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about like, I can't do that because it just doesn't work out for me. No, that's negative use of the creative power. The universe, as you have maybe heard, is not a respecter of persons. It rains on the just and the unjust. I'm sure you've heard that as well. It is done unto you as you believe, as you hold in faith. If you faithfully believe it's not going to work, guess what? You're right. It's not going to work. And the universe will provide everything for you for it not to work. If that's the case, if it's not working out, if things are not working out, guess who has the power to co-create a world that works for you, that can then work for everyone else in your world and even seemingly outside of your world, if there is such a thing. But we're all one. We're talking about unity, not conformity. We are all together in this. We don't get to be one. I don't get to be you. You don't get to be me. I don't have to try to look like you to feel like I belong in my own world. Okay. Let's look at another quote. It says, when I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. Audre Lorde. And she is just wonderful. So I dare you, be powerful to use your strength in the service of your vision. How easy is it? How easy has it been to say no to the truth and yes to your fear? How easy has it been to be afraid? Take a moment. What in your life have you been afraid of? And you allowed yourself to stay afraid. Last month, we were talking about being on the edge, living on the edge. it can be very fearful on the edge because that means it's one step in either direction, back to where you came, all right, and then the fear isn't so strong, or moving forward into something new, coming off the edge and stepping into your world, your new world, a world of your own creation. Now, yes, co creating with the divine, but the divine has set it up for you. It's a setup. Life is a setup. All right. Now, I'm not talking about how life has been what the word is right now, fate. Oh well, doesn't matter. That's just the way it's supposed to be. We say that a lot of times, especially when we're not walking in our power, in our strength. Okay, um, in service of our vision. If I'm in service of an old vision, it's very comfortable, like wearing an old pair of shoes. However, how often do we, I mean, maybe we need to get a new pair of shoes, all right, or more than one, okay? There is more than one way to fulfill the vision. However, we still need to step forward, come off the edge, okay? We're talking about what if, okay? What if is so much more than a question, it's more of the answer, okay? What if is unlimited possibilities. Being called to act in service of my vision, that means letting go of the fear thoughts that hold me back from even looking inward, using a vision to look inward, to see and hear the divine urge about who I am and how to move through my world. Okay, so yeah, we're in my life. Don't look at everything, look at one little section. Quite honestly, for me, growing up, it wasn't my idea. I don't know where it came from. It said, I'm going to be an ambassador. You know, I don't know. In some ways, I have become not the way I envisioned as a child. I always thought I'd have like diplomatic immunity, ambassador plates going through the world. And, I love that idea. Um, and I realized today that I practice that in some way, being an ambassador of spirit, an ambassador of truth, an ambassador of love to the best of my ability. I am open to that divine urge surging through me of peace, of love, of joy, of prosperity, of fair play, of right judgment. Not blaming, not judging, no, but just being available to assist those who are in need, who have a question that needs to be answered. I'll help them answer it from within. Let's look at the next quote. It says, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching, page 67. Just take that in for a minute. How many of us, and I know I definitely fall into that category of getting to know you. Yeah, I want to know all about you. I want to, and unfortunately, sometimes that gets lost in the ego turning into control. Well, I know you. I know you. Yeah, I know you. I know all about you. Yeah. No, that's not what it's about. Yeah, that might be an intelligent way of coming into relationships. Oh yes, I know that's what you like. Oh, you like that for breakfast. Oh, you like to do this. Yeah, that's very intelligent. That's very caring in a way. However, knowing yourself is true wisdom. See, wisdom is the next level over intelligence. Okay, that's where knowing myself is like, you know what? I don't really feel like cooking breakfast. I know that about myself. I don't want to cook breakfast for you. I mean, I love to do that personally. I'm just saying, as an example. How many things do we do or don't do out of fear of looking at ourselves and knowing ourselves, knowing the truth about ourselves? Again, think ego and control. Sometimes that's what, unfortunately, that's we enter into relationships like that under ego and thinking we can control one another. It's like called codependency. It's also an addiction. Which is usually that's the outer reflection of what's going on the inside. Not wanting to take a look at who we are, but let me find out about you and try to control you, all right, or control myself in relation to you based on what I think you want, what I think you want to see, what I think you need, and we know none of that is the truth. So we need to know ourselves. As the Bible quote says, to thine own self be true. And that quote is mirrored in so many other religions. It's all about accepting and knowing the truth of who we are on that deep level. Yeah. So we get to know who we are. I know who I am. I am as God created me. Okay. I know. I trust. I have faith that I belong. I am in my world. And for a reason. Okay. There's a reason for each and every one of us being present and accounted for in our individualized world, which intersects with every other world. Okay, world within worlds. We are all one. Yes, that's like this. That's where, my world, your world, it intersects, it intertwines, it's interconnected, and we are interdependent with each other. Yeah, that's how our worlds work. Our worlds don't just revolve around each other and with no contact. We're always contacted, even if that's with your vision. There's an interaction. All right, so let's see. What other quote do we have? It says, all the power of the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true. Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind, page 302. Guess what, folks? It is true. No guesswork there. It's called a no-brainer. Thank God. Let's get the brain out of it. Yeah, we use the brain. It has a purpose. But there is a knowing from our mind that knows the truth. It says, all the power of the universe is with you. Feel it. Know it. Yeah, know it. And then act as though it were true. And it is true. And your actions will bear fruit. Don't just love that quote. Know it. Know that it's true. And you're going to act on it as though it were true because it is true. I think that for me, when I first read this, when I first was doing my best to understand it, all the power of the universe is with you. Whoops, let's back that up a minute. All the power of the universe is with you. Wow. You're not alone. Never were alone. And everything is available for you. There's a saying that I heard that I fell in love with. It said the universe is conspiring for your greater good. And you can't deny it. You look around, look where you are. You're using a computer or a phone or a tablet. Did you make it? Maybe you did, but did you make all the parts in it? No. You don't know who did. You don't know the individual who, like yourself, was answering a divine urge. Right? What about your food? Did you grow all the food that you eat? All right. What do you do with the food, with the scraps, with the garbage? Do you take it and bury it somewhere, or you leave it for sanitation to come get it? The universe is conspiring for your greater good. The oxygen that you breathe, you didn't make it. Okay? You don't tell the trees to absorb your carbon dioxide to make oxygen. No. Universe is conspiring for your greater good. And that is a mantra, that is a quote, as an affirmation that you can use if at any time you feel something's not working out. All right. Or working out as well as good as I planned. Uh, universe is conspiring for my greater good. Allow my vision, allow your vision to be of that divine urge to manifest in your world. Do it with less and less fear. And you can do it with fear, but don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear hold you back. The vision is there to propel you to that desired, whatever it is, that desired position, that desired feeling of health and wealth and that well-being, the right relationship, all of that. Any fear around that is only there to help you get to that place within you to use your energy, to use that divine power that is ever and always available for you. Yeah. And so, to assist you even more, have some affirmations to assist you in accessing that spiritual power, that energy that is with you, even if you are outside of this body. Even when we make our transition, the energy, it changes form. It doesn't just go into nothing. Okay. It seems like nothing because it's not visible to our eyes or other senses. Well, there may be a few senses that we have that we're not aware that we have that are in tune with that energy. Sometimes we can see aura, people's aura, our own aura, and not even realize that's what we're looking at. All right. Anyway, we have some affirmations. Let's move forward with that. As you know, as I like to do, let's take a breath before each affirmation, and we're going to do each one twice. And let's begin. Breathe in and breathe out. It is so that peace begins in the world I create within. Let's take a breath and do that again. It is so that peace begins in the world I create within. Take a breath as we move to the next one. Okay, we're getting there. It is so that I am a spiritual being expressing now the creative intelligence of the universe flowing through my mind, and I am already whole, worthy, and complete. Let's do that again. Take a breath. It is so that I am a spiritual being expressing now the creative intelligence of the universe. It flows through my mind, and I am already whole, worthy, and complete. Let's take a breath and go on to the next one. It is so that every longing within me is life itself, urging me to blossom, and I trust its sacred wisdom. Let's take a breath and feel that and taste it. It is so that every longing within me is life itself, urging me to blossom, and I trust its sacred wisdom. This is the truth, and so it is, and now it is. And I want to tell you, at this time, it is like it's almost springtime. And already trees are blossoming, even after being frozen last week. Oh, we don't see what's going on beneath the surface. But life itself is compelling me to blossom the truth of who I am. And so, right now, let's focus again on the truth of who we are as I lead us in this grounding treatment. Feel more entrenched in this truth that yes, I know that I belong in my own world. Knowing there's only one power, one present, one life, that is the life of the divine, that is the life of the creator, that has expressing it, that is expressing itself in, through, and as me, and therefore in, through, and as each and everyone everywhere. All individualized expressions of the one. And how wonderful it is to know that there is even greater available, because the universe, for the creator, is always creating more of itself, never less. And the universe, the power in and of the universe is always all in every way available to me and to each and every one that says so, that accepts it as true, that knows it to be true, that says, yes, I am of the I am presence. I am one of the ones of the I am presence. And how wonderful it is to know, to say, to believe, to trust, and to work with this power and energy of this divine urge. The divine didn't create anything by accident. Nothing. Everything is of the creator. In this form of life, each and every one of us gets to co-create. And we speak words like, all my needs are met in time, on time, all the time. And we don't sit back and watch it happen. We act knowing that it is true. Not if. We act knowing that it's true. We step outside knowing there's oxygen outside, not just in our home. We move with whatever ability that we have. And so I give thanks for living this truth, not just for myself, but for each and every one, knowing that it shows up in all that is desirable. Stepping off the edge into what if of unlimited possibilities. And what, remember, it stands for wholeness, harmony, abundance, and trust. And if can stand for infinite foundation, indwelling, freedom. It's not a question. It's the answer. So I am knowing what if the unlimited possibilities as a possibilitarian, as each one of us is, allowing ourselves to move past fear and doubt into that which is already waiting. Not that it's not that it's like a prepaid life. We can still turn left and still turn right, and know that at every turn, each one of us is divinely supported. So it's not just fate. Each one gets to make fate. And so I give thanks for the ability to co-create and have life look like that divine vision, God's highest vision, for my life. Each of one of us gets to do that or something better. Yes. And so I know that these words spoken into the law of divine right action come back full to overflowing and allow it to be that good. Yeah, oh yeah, for myself and for all as one. I name it and claim it as good. And this is the truth right here, right now. And so it is, and now it is. Thank you, and peace and blessings, beloveds. So, again, we are prayer professionals ready, willing, and able to know the truth about whatever situation that you're going through, knowing that the power is within you for your immediate use, and we remind you of that. Through our spiritual mind treatment. If you need more in-depth time, contact us and we will do that for you, about you, more importantly. Yeah, if you need more in-depth time, let us know and we will most certainly assist with that as well. Okay. At this time, we want to also, listen, I give thanks for the ability to pray and treat because that's what we are trained to do. That's part of our divine urge and allowing that energy to surge for the greater good. Also, we have we give thanks for your donations, for your givingness, for your service. You can feel free to go to our website, onelovecenter.org, go to the donate button, and you can make a donation through PayPal or whatever means that is available to you, your credit card or whatever. You don't have to do it right this moment or on Sunday. You can do it at any time. You can also use the Cash Me app, which is $OneLoveCSL. We have an affirmation of abundance. It is, and you can feel free to, put some feeling in it. Feel what's going on in your body. Put your hand over your heart. Feel that bump, 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 bump. That's your proof of life, and be energized on your giving and receiving. And we have to receive before we can give. So let us energize and give thanks for what we receive as well as what we get to give. And we have an affirmation of abundance. It says, money, as one of many gifts of spirit, is good. And as I share my offerings, I know that I am actively creating a space to receive more gift, more money, and more good. And I am grateful for the ability to give and for the good work these gifts do in our center and in our world. And now it is. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So we do have some announcements. And thank you all in advance for your receiving and your giving. That's what helps keep us afloat and keeps us moving on the ocean of gratitude, on the ocean of awareness and just ocean of love. Yeah, we're not alone. Thanks for being with us on that. So also we have some announcements coming up. And here we go. Okay, so Science of Mind magazine. You can get your own subscription. Now, there is a deal that if you let us know that of your intention to hang out with us, to be a member with us, to put yourself on a mailing list, that we can arrange for you to get 6 months free of the Science of Mind magazine. And it's great because it's every day there's affirmations. Today, I am willing to examine the tension around diversity and be part of the healing. Now, of course, that works in your inner world and most certainly in the world at large. And Lord knows, law and Lord are synonymous. So the law knows, the Lord knows. Yeah, the world needs this kind of healing. All right. And so just let me put this up there. So when you subscribe, you get 6 months free. and we'll help you with that. Okay, you can go to our website, join our email list, go to onelovecenter.org and put your intention in, and you can get this wonderful magazine. Uh, it's great. There's so much more. There's all kind of spiritual lessons, spiritual reading, just sharing from so many um, wonderful individuals, learned and heartfelt and very much like each and every one of us. So definitely want to check that out. Also, coming up next month is our Centers for Spiritual Living Convention. And let's see, where's that information? More information. Here it is. Nope, wrong one. This one, April 7th to April 10th. You can early registration. I don't know if it's still open, but you can check it out. This way, you get to really be more of a part of who we are and what we do, and you get to meet people from all over. You get to meet, ministers and doctors and practitioners and regular attendees, congregants, members, and we just have wonderful workshops and wonderful talks and community, just being in community with each other that we don't normally get to do. And you'd be surprised, like, oh my God, there are that many centers around the world? Check it out. Now, it is most likely over. However, let's see. We have, this hasn't started yet. It's Convention of the Americas. It's going to be awesome. July 21st to the 25th in Chapala, Mexico. It's just an awesome time. I've been there twice already. I'll be going back myself and Ellen Swanzo, a practitioner, and Lita Perez, practitioner. We're having special events, special ceremonies, and my birthday around that time. So definitely come and have a great time. It is spiritual. It's not a big crowded thing, and you will definitely enjoy. Many paths, one truth. All right. So moving right along. We have the People of African Descent New Thought Group. Is New Thought. We are conducting another, it'll be our third New Thought conference called Celebrating Our Soul. And that may be hard to see. So what we're going to do right now is play a little something for you so you can get an even greater idea of what's going on.
The People of African Descent New Thought Group presents Celebrating Our Soul, Claiming Our Sacred Power at Unity Village from August 13th through 16th, 2026. This exclusive event hosts Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith of Agape International Spiritual Center, Brother Dr. W.H.A.T from the Etherian Mission in Ghana, meditation leader and teacher, professional sacred space holder, Reverend Paulette Pipe, and more. The People of African Descent New Thought Group once again brings you top quality masterclass presenters like Reverend Deborah Johnson, Master Practitioner Aisha Mason, Reverend Vernell Nelson, Jeffrey Noble, and more. Not only do we have empowering workshops, but the grounds and ambience are sublime. Yes, it is very hot in August in Missouri, but the best part is getting to enjoy the best that nature has to offer. You, your kids, and or your friends can enjoy the Unity Village Nature Trail, the short waterfall, the amazing labyrinth, or you can join the group that is going to the one and only Negro League Baseball Museum and the Jazz Museum. Even if you don't go to the cultural immersion and field day, you can stay on the grounds and enjoy pampering yourself with energy workers offerings, such as a massage or reflexology, Reiki, or pranic crystal healing. That's right, pamper yourself. The best price is now during early registration through through March 31st. Don't delay. Register today at padntg.org. Be there.
As you can see, that looks awesome. You want to be there. Great, great, great. And we do want to mention the book of the month. You can certainly get a hold of that. So much of the information that we're using this month comes from the book of the month. Multi-species cities, sub-punk urban futures. So definitely look into that. It's different. And hey, it's a book, let's get back into reading. All right. So thank you for sharing with us today. We invite you to join us next Sunday when our topic will be what we'll see defies explanation. Can't wait for that. All right. So time for our closing prayer, and we'll have a song afterwards. And so join me as we go within even higher and deeper. Yes, there's only one, and that one is having its way right here, right now, swaying in the oneness, knowing that as each of us goes our way this week, knowing that the answer of what if is showing up in our world. What if is leaving behind the old, is leaving behind the old world, taking on a new world, a new truth, a greater understanding of truth, awareness of truth, the truth of who each one is, the truth of who you are. Yes, going within, looking at life, your world from the inside out, daring to look on the inside. That is the assignment for today and this week. Look at the world as your world from the inside out. Not necessary to try to figure everybody else's world. Your world from the inside out. You get to co-create what that looks like, what it feels like, and how it intersects with all other worlds. And I know that it happens easily and effortlessly, more and more easily, letting go of fear and doubt and trusting with faith, positive faith of the all good and the all supportive power of the universe in each one's hands. Say, yes, my power. Yes. So for this and so much more, I give thanks, knowing it is already done and continuing to be done as you believe, right here, right now, and so it is, and now it is. Peace and blessings, beloved. We have a song for you, and I love to go out with our song. Love to do it. However, right now we're going to do a different song.
Every morning I rise, eyes on the prize, purpose in my stride, no disguise, no lies. Destiny's calling, I ain't stalling, I'm all in. Building my legacy, can't you see I'm falling? Life tried to break me, shake me, but I'm still here. Vision so clear, I got nothing to fear. Steps ordained, I maintain my lane. Hustle in my veins, purpose in my brain. Walking in my purpose, can nobody stop me? Every single step, I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Focused on my path, I'm the one, I'm the key. Living out my dreams, yeah, I'm walking in my destiny. Walking in my purpose, can nobody stop me? Every single step, I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Focused on my path, I'm the one, I'm the key. Living out my dreams, yeah, I'm walking in my destiny. Haters gonna hate, but they just fuel my fire. Climbing higher and higher, I never tire. Challenges come, but I face them with grace. Determined and strong, I'm running this race. Purpose driven, every move is divine. In the darkness I shine, my soul's alive. Manifesting greatness, I'm on my grind. Unstoppable force, I'm one of a kind. Walking in my purpose, can nobody stop me? Every single step, I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Focused on my path, I'm the one, I'm the key. living on my dreams. Yeah, I'm walking in my destiny, walking in my purpose. Can't nobody stop me. Every single step, I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Focused on my path, I'm the one, I'm the key. Living on my dreams, yeah, I'm walking in my destiny. Purpose is my guide, I won't be denied. With every stride, I feel alive. Overcoming, thriving, I won't hide. In my purpose, I confide. Walking in my purpose, can't nobody stop me. Every single step, I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Focused on my path, I'm the one, I'm the key. Living on my dreams, yeah, I'm walking in my destiny. Walking in my purpose, can't nobody stop me. Every single step, I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Focused on my path, I'm the one, I'm the key. Living on my dreams, yeah, I'm walking in my destiny. So here I stand, purpose in my hand, living out my plan in this promised land. Walking in my truth, I'm the proof you see. Purpose in my stride, forever free. Life tried to break me, shake me, but I'm still here. Vision so clear, I got nothing to fear. Steps ordained, I maintain my lane. Hustle in my veins, purpose in my brain. Purpose is my guide, I won't be denied. With every stride, I feel alive. Overcoming, thriving, I won't hide. In my purpose, I confide. Walking in my purpose, can't nobody stop me. Every single step, I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Focused on my path, I'm the one, I'm the key. Living on my dreams, yeah, I'm walking in my destiny. Purpose is my guide, I won't be denied. With every stride, I feel alive. Overcoming, thriving, I won't hide. In my purpose, I confide.
That's right. Live your truth. Faith is what you created. Life is what you make it. It's your destiny each and every step. It's not predestined. You get to co-create your world based on your vision. And it's not going to be the same as yesterday, yesteryear. See you next week. And be ready to see what shows up that defies explanation. No explanation necessary. Show up. Bring yourself and let's talk about it. Peace and blessings. Thanks for being with us.